Hey guys, I am GreenFly. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing something really cool again, something more designing stuff. So when it was the last video we did designing monsters from colour, and that actually went pretty well. This time though, we're going to be designing armor from random objects. We're going to be getting a random object and we're going to design some cool armor with it. Hopefully, depends what the object is. Now I got something to pick a few objects for me, stuff like that. Some ones I just kind of chucked in there, so that could be interesting. Depends what it is. Could be cool, might not be practical. Who knows? But I've got to design some cool armors. 2 armors to be exact. We've got the wheel right here. It looks pretty cool. We've got a list of objects. I'll quickly go right through them. And what we've got is we have a battery, we have a plant pot, we have a mirror, we have an arcade cabinet, a Rubik's Cube, we have a clock, we have a candlestick, we have a magnet, and we have a chess piece, exactly like the tower, the Knight's Tower. Wait, the Knight's Tower? No, it's a Castle's Tower. Don't know why I'm saying that, but exact piece as well. So, yeah, we're just going to spin the wheel and see what the 2 ones we get. And here we go. It's spinning, it's spinning, it's spinning, it's spinning. And our first one is the candle? No, it's the magnet. Okay, not bad. That's pretty cool. Need to figure out what I can do with that. Some magnetic pull or something like that, whatever. So, yeah. Just gonna go spin it again, figure out what we're getting for the next one. This should be interesting. It's going round and round, and it's oh, no, I thought it was a candle. No, we didn't get the candle again. We got the chess piece, the one I was talking about at the end, the castle one. Okay, some interesting items we have gotten. So I need to really figure out what the hell kind of armors I'm making for these 2 things. And yeah, should be quite interesting. I better just jump right into it and figure out how these are going to be practical. I mean, maybe they'll be practical, maybe they won't. You know, the magnet one may be a bit funny, especially with the whole magnetic pull and that. I mean, it'll be, well, maybe it will. But yeah, we're just going to jump right into it. And this should be interesting. Let's see what we can come up with. Alrighty, before we actually dive in to the sketches for these things, I thought I better do a kind of warm up. So I kind of know where I'm going to go with this, the 2 items, because yeah, they're kind of strange. Like, they're normal day items and I've got to make armor out of them. The kind of looks I've got for both of them is they're kind of different overall. Well, not obviously the different objects, of course, but the feel of them felt really, really different. The castle tower from like the chess piece and stuff like that felt to me it's more of a heavy defensive armor. So I was like, okay, we'll make that kind of like a looking defensive armor. I think maybe we can kind of go from there, might give it a shield and stuff like that. So thought that would be pretty cool. And the magnet, when I was kind of thinking of some ideas and all this and stuff like that, I was trying to really figure out where can I really go with this. And when I was kind of going, I was like, well, kind of like almost futuristic it would kind of be looking, if you know what I mean. Like, it's almost kind of like between sci-fi and stuff like that, like magnetic forces and all this. Like, it's an armor that can practically make you being able to walk on like metal surfaces, upside down, you name it, repel metals and all this. So I was kind of going, okay, that could kind of work. So, but yeah, this kind of warm sketch just kind of helped me understand where I was going to go with them. Probably these aren't like the final sketches, but just rough ideas where I'm probably going to go. Okay, so I decided that I would start off with the castle tower, because it's the one that I wasn't 100% sure where I was really going to go with. There's many different things I was trying to think of, like, so many different things. I was like, well, it's defensive, it's like, it's a piece that kind of just goes straight forward and all that. I was really just thinking, and then I was kind of looking at castles and all this and different bits and stuff like that. And yeah, the bit that I wanted definitely to portray the most is definitely the little bits at the top of the towers, you know, those kind of like notches, if you know what I mean. Just to kind of give that feel that this is like definitely a bit from a chess piece and all that and stuff like that. But I wanted to also go with the actual texture of what the towers are usually made in real life. They're made of stone and all this. I'm like,
that could be interesting, kind of like stone armor and all this and stuff like that, and that could be cool looking texture on that. And yeah, it would be kind of then like a heavy defensive armor. You wouldn't really be going very fast with this, but you could definitely be taking a lot of hits. And it would have very, very little weak spots apart from being very slow, which is not very good. But if you're more one of being able want to take your hits then yeah, it would be a very good defensive armor to protect you. I think that's why I kind of was going for when I was doing this. The other thing I was kind of going was, then I was going to go, well, castles now will almost medieval times and everything else. I was like, well, maybe the joints in between would just have maybe chainmail armor and stuff like that. I was like, that would kind of make sense. That way, he's got some flexibility when he's trying to move his arms, his legs, and everything. It's like, we need something. We can't have it 100% stone. It's gonna be very, very difficult to move in. That's the thing when I was trying to remember. I was like, these aren't monsters. These are armors. Little bit different. Almost have to kind of be like, I mean, you know, like semi-practical, but it's sci-fi nonetheless. I can go a little bit like, some bits I can kind of go a bit, you know, just kind of off the rails a wee bit and stuff like that. I mean, let's be honest, a stone armor in real life would not be practical at all. It would look cool, but it definitely would not be practical. But yeah, when I was kind of just going over, I was like, you know what, I'll kind of copy the kind of colour scheme. It's like the white chest piece, and I was like, well, I'll kind of go for that kind of almost looking like Roman colour with a stone and all this. I thought that would kind of look really cool, but I would say overall with this piece, I was actually really liking it. There were some bits I had to fix and all that, going bits that I didn't quite get right, the sizing and stuff like that, but once I did those little bits of that, it was definitely coming together. But yeah, this is the Tower Chest Piece Castle Piece Armor. Looks pretty cool. Let's try and go for the next one. We are now at the next armor, the Magnet. Now, this is the one that I was kind of actually looking forward to, because I really like drawing machines, robots, futuristic kind of stuff and that, and I'm like, well, the Magnet to me, when I'm thinking about something like Magnet armor, all this stuff like that, I'm like, well, it kind of looked very futuristic. Like, this would be something that would be like literally on electricity. It would be building its magnetic force, like almost having its own kind of like force field, stuff like that. But it would also be an armor that would be quite like sleek. It would give you some protection, not a lot, but its most protection it would probably give you was being able to repel anything metal. But it could also help you climb onto things, repel metal, attach to metal, you know, and almost like, yeah, like I said, a force field as well. It can have its own like shield and everything else. Like, I want to make it look like is magnetic force. I mean, there's not really great examples of armor that's a magnet. There wasn't too much. I mean, some creatures and all this, I kind of exaggerate that they can pull in metals and repel metals and stuff like that, but not particularly. So I kind of mixed it in with a few kind of sci-fi things and stuff like that. I definitely was going to keep the colour of what a classic looking magnet would be, like the red and the white, stuff like that, the silver. So I wanted to at least keep that. There was definitely bits that I was doing that when I realised, I was like, Adam, you need to remember that this has got to be wearable. So this is the bit with the feet that I thought was going to look good, and then I revoked it because I was like, you know what, it needs to look a bit more, yeah, a little bit more sleek and make me less thingy. But when I was generally doing over drawing this, I was actually having a lot of fun with this one. I was really enjoying this. I was like, I can really make this look like almost between like, I don't know how you do it, like it's like angled, but it's like almost futuristic and all this and stuff like that. And it almost looks like a superhero a little bit, doesn't it? Kind of does. It's like, yeah, it definitely does at the end. But I ended up keep really enjoying this and going into it more and more and more. I actually spent way too much time on this one piece. I was like, right, I need to finally finish this up and everything else. Stop donning over this cool magnetic looking armor. But yeah, this one, I'm going to be honest, I really enjoyed drawing this one. This one was so much fun. It's always fun drawing pets with objects and some random things and stuff like that. You just don't know what you'll come up with. I mean, sometimes it could be cool, sometimes it might not be. But this one, I really like the look of this. But yeah, here is pretty much magnet armor. And boy, does it look pretty cool. That's what I think anyway.
And there you guys have it. We have taken two very random objects, a tower piece of the castle, and pretty much from chess, and we have taken a magnet and turned them into armors. This was definitely a challenge because I don't draw armors that often, so trying to incorporate that, hey, these have got to be kind of wearable, and they've also kind of got to look, you know, kind of practical. I mean, let's be honest, they're not going to be practical. These aren't real armors. I can kind of go a bit ham with these ones, but I wanted to go for the materials that these would be made of, like stony kind of armor for the tower kind of castle makes sense, and a kind of shiny metal for, like, obviously, well, the magnet is pretty much what were the materials you would use to make these things in the first place. So yeah, it was definitely an interesting way to do these. I actually fairly enjoyed doing them. I think the castle one, I went back and forth a few little times to tidy up some wee bits, everything else. I think the magnet one for me actually turned out to be the easiest one. I kind of like doing like the robots and stuff like that anyway, so that's kind of the easy thing for me to draw. But yeah, I had to kind of remind myself quite multiple times, you do realise that these have to be wearable, they're not just robots. So yeah. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this. This was fun, taking some objects and turn them into random armor. I mean, I could take some other objects and do some other things with them, maybe in the future, not too sure. You can always have me think about it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this. This has been a lot of fun, and hope you guys have enjoyed this as well. I mean, probably do some more things like this again. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I can't believe we're almost at, by the time this video is filming, we're almost close to 200 subs, which is absolutely insane. I can't thank you guys enough. And the last video blew up insanely, like absolutely insane. I can't even believe how freaking much it blew up, but thank you. I really, really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Seriously, you guys are awesome. And yeah, so pretty much I'll have another video when pretty much another week or stuff like that. But yeah, who knows what I'll do next time. But thank you guys so much for watching. As I've said again, thank you, goodbye, I'm Green, this is Foolish, we'll see you next time. And yeah, be creative as much as possibly you can, and until then, see you guys later.